We are the Fat Four, and you are watching AfterBuzz TV for Empire Season 2, Episode 11, Death Will Have Its Day. Join us as we are about to go in. Are you ready? We ready? Let's go.
Yes. You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
It's a new generation.
Dun.
Why you doing that church cut though?
And
I had a tambourine.
You always had that one tambourine guy at church.
Right.
The annoying one.
Yeah, the one that just be beating it, right? Hey, what's up, everybody? You are tuned into AfterBuzz TV. I'm Bamm Ericsen, and let's break it down. So, we've been gone for a while. Sophia's not here. We are the Fat Four, and I'm a little rusty. So, what's up? I'm Bamm Ericsen, and let everyone introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Kennelia.
And I'm Emile Ennis Jr.
Okay, so I love that beat.
It's like an Usher song. An Usher song now. A 2016 Usher.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
I can agree with that. So this has been a long 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back, and what was your initial thought on episode 11 of season 2 Empire?
I mean, it was okay.
Okay. Emile?
You want the truth?
I do want the truth.
Yeah, I'm saying it was okay. I think when you have such a long break, one, I forgot a lot that happened, and then once they did a little recap at the beginning, I remembered everything, but it's kind of like, and I'll say something else later, but it was okay.
For me, I really enjoyed this. I feel like, the first 10 episodes that we were watching in season 2, they were filler episodes to me, and I say that because I believe that the initial thing with Empire was to do those 10 episodes, do it in the winter, run through it. But because the show became so popular, they were forced to come up with more stuff than they anticipated. So they were giving us mediocre episodes, and I feel like now, since we're at the end, I feel like we're gonna really get what we've all been waiting for since season 1 ended. So that's what I think.
Hope so. Okay.
Yeah. So Rhonda miscarries, and one of the things on Twitter that was trending is Andre pushes her down. So what? Yeah.
Did you? Well, it was definitely a man, and it was definitely a man with money because they flashed the shoes.
The shoes,
bottoms.
the Christian Louboutin shoes, which they're flats. Women don't wear those kind of shoes, so it's definitely a man.
And he had to walk in the pants cut. The cut of the pants, it was a man's pants.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who did it because both at one time, Lucious apologized to Andre when he came to the hospital. He was like, "I'm sorry, it was an accident." But then at the end, when Andre was crying in the baby crib, he was like, "I'm sorry, crying." But knowing TV, it's neither one of them. It's some random person that swoops back in for the payback. So but I wouldn't be surprised if they made it Andre because that would make him evil again.
I don't think it's Andre, and I think Boo Boo Kitty is involved some way because she did a damn good job when she came into that hospital pretending like she really cared when she really didn't.
I agree with
and the one thing that stuck out in my head was she said that she was really hoping to have Rhonda was really hoping to have the heir, and she was like, "Oh, don't worry, there'll be another one." So I interpreted that as Boo Boo Kitty wanted to be the first heir. She wants her baby with Hakeem because she is pregnant. She wanted to be the first.
I agree with that. My thing is, and I think this is just because of the 3-month hiatus, I was hoping, like, when you start the episode with Rhonda on the floor crawling, like she was trying. When they started the episode with that, I was hoping that we would have some type of resolution and figure it. And I know it's too much to ask, but I didn't watch it until today, and I was like, I like, who pushed Rhonda down? Thinking that maybe it was out and it wasn't, and I just wanted to know. Like, I don't feel like waiting.
No, I think the Rhonda thing is too obvious. That's real. Wait, everyone is not Rhonda. Boo Boo Kitty. Everybody assumed it will be her because she's the one with the wanting to take control and be the only one with the baby. And even when she went in the hospital and was playing it up, she's been playing it up this whole time. So it's nothing for her to play it up. Remember when she went over there and gave her the little rattle? Yeah. She's been acting this whole time, so it ain't nothing for her to show up.
But if you look at Grace Geely on Instagram, Twitter, she keeps saying that she did not push Rhonda down the stairs.
I don't think it's her. To me, that's too obvious.
I don't think it's her, and I also don't think it's Andre. And Although I can't.
Oh, maybe it's the pastor. I'm gonna say it for prediction.
Well, speaking of that, since you mentioned that, there's this whole imbalance between their relationship. Andre said that God saved you, and she was like, God don't exist. So there's an imbalance in their relationship. One believes in God, one doesn't. So it could be the pastor. I'm just saying. You never know.
But pastor bringing in some serious cash with the red bottoms on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
You know how they be.
Let's not talk about.
I also don't think. I don't think.
I can't.
Boy, you threw me off. Andre doesn't wear red bottom shoes, so I think it's somebody else.
He does though.
Does he?
I mean, Andre suits. The only shoe you would put on with those suits. But were they spiked? What kind of red bottoms?
They look like they were spiked. Andre ain't do it.
Oh, they were
Yeah.
spiked. Well,
Andre
then
ain't do
it.
it's somebody fly.
Yeah, Andre ain't got that much down.
And then so any thoughts on the hospital scene when the family was there together? You have any thoughts on that? I thought it was just a great dramatic scene.
No, it was a good scene. Poor Hakeem.
Yeah, poor. I just don't know what he thought coming back into that situation. Like everything was gonna be fine.
I think he couldn't win either way. If he showed up, he's in trouble. If he doesn't show up, I think it was a no-win situation.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, agree. And then let's now move on to this Cookie, Hakeem, Camilla, Laura. This whole thing. So, what were your thoughts? Cookie beat that child with not only a broom, but she beat him with the purse.
To me, again, let's think about it. Yeah, Cookie was in prison, and that's that prison payback, those prison beatings. But how much was Empire worth? Like what? Let's say like $700 million, whatever. How much? Let's just say for the sake of that, $700 million, and all you did was beat him with your purse. That's a lot of money. Yeah. That's a lot of money. They were this company went public. So to me, like, that was it. Of course, I was like, yeah, dang, he did get whooped on. But when you think about your son basically took the rights that all of you had away from your $700 million investment, that's serious.
But what else could she do?
No, I know. I'm saying like, she couldn't shoot him.
Oh.
So, for the sake of what they were dealing with, I'm like, that's all she did. But that's all she could have.
She could have done like a Medea and poured hot grits on him.
She could hit him with that Al Green.
Boiling water.
So when it comes to Hakeem and Cookie,
That syrup.
do you have a side you stand on? You know, Hakeem, I think Hakeem makes valid points in regards to why he chose to make the vote. You know, Lucious has done a lot of terrible things, and, you know, he wants to be the individual. Yet Cookie feels like, yes, he's done these things, but to give our empire to someone else that's outside of the family, like who
I think with Hakeem, so much on the first half of the season, Sophie was saying that we've seen a lot of growth in Hakeem, and it seems he was making progress. As soon as Camilla came back, it just seems like he reverted back to his childish ways. And I just wish that, I'm not mad at what he did, I just wish he would have taken more time to think about the repercussions of his actions. Because it just seems like he did it, but then there's too many people telling him, oh, you know what's going to happen now that you've done this. And he's like, he had no idea. And so he's drinking the hard liquor now. It's just...
That's a young and dumb move to me.
I don't mind that he did it, because Lucious would have done it to him.
Right.
Lucious would have done it to anybody. So I'm not mad that Hakeem did it. And again, if it works out and they eventually get the company back, sometimes this is the lesson that Hakeem is going to have to learn, where if you make the wrong decision, everybody's going to abandon you. So, you know, in some ways he has to learn, but it's unfortunate that he's doing it with such a big thing, or, you know, he's not doing it with just like a small little business or a Lion Dynasty. He's doing it with Empire.
Yeah.
But with the Camilla thing, that's just weird. That's still weird to me. It's just creepy.
Speaking of Camilla, so Emile, you mentioned a good point, how he reverted back to just being a child. So obviously, I agree with you in the sense of she's clearly controlling this boy.
Well, yeah, because anytime you have, like, their age difference isn't like a minor age difference. Like, she's significantly older than he is, and she has more experience. She's traveled the world. she's able to manipulate him in a way that it's not only because of her age, but because of the lack of a mother that he had for so many years. So in a way, Camilla fills all these roles, and that's the one problem I have with Cookie. When she does these things to reprimand him for what he's done, the problem is that's just going to make him run to Camilla and say, well, she doesn't do this, and she might, like, you remember that one time he called her mama?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you know what? You can't. I mean, that's like single moms who discipline their kids, and eventually the son gets mad because they felt like the mom was too aggressive with them when they were growing up, but she had to because she didn't have a daddy, right? So she had to play the role. But Hakeem the relationship is creepy, but I really think he needs to learn this lesson the hard way. He has to see them bulldoze through Camilla. He has to see them play her. He has to fall on his face so he can know who to mess with and who not to mess with, especially in the business. This is a dirty business, Hakeem. Yeah. He's standing up on that table. Boy, get your butt down off that table.
I agree.
I agree. And then one other last thing about, two other things about Camilla is there's a fashion line all of a sudden.
Ready outfit.
He really was ready.
She had the prince ready and everything.
I love all his outfits though. So if you do a fashion,
he had that Pee Wee Herman suit on at the end.
Mine is bad.
It looked like when Pee Wee Herman was on the table.
There was a couple memes of him standing next. The suit was compared to like something else, like some kind of Sesame Street. I personally, I was probably the only one of the 424 people that was actually tweeting on Twitter. I was probably the only person. I actually liked his suit.
The Pee Wee Herman suit? Mm-hmm. You and Emile. You said you liked it.
Whoa. I said I liked his outfits. I did not particularly care for that particular outfit. Here's the thing though, I will say. We've seen how Jussie has able to like use what he does on the show and now cross over because he has his Pepsi commercials and they integrate that in the show. Mm-hmm. If Yaz was able to actually create a clothing line that would go into Nordstrom or something from the show, like a real like Empire clothing, whatever you want to call it, I would buy it.
His style game is on point.
I have his not this diesel watch, but the gold diesel watch I bought down the big gold. You know,
the one that's cute.
The one that you had it was real nice. Yeah, and big.
Yep, I love his style.
I'm gonna get you that Pee Wee Herman suit.
No, we can pass on that.
I like it. Okay,
get it for Bamm then.
You here with the Pee Wee Herman suit.
Size medium.
I can't.
So obviously Camilla is controlling him, but then also the fact that she threw in, you have to stay away from your Mexican girlfriend.
Rude.
It's rude, and so it also makes me feel another way. Not only does she want to control him, but is she jealous? What do you think her motives are with her wanting him to leave Laura?
Well, the only way to completely control somebody is if you cut them off from everyone. Mm-hmm. Especially someone like Laura, because Laura represents for Hakeem normalcy and being himself, and just being a regular 20-year-old. So if you really want to control Hakeem, he can't talk to her. She gonna flip out when she hear about this Boo Boo Kitty thing. Not even because she's jealous and maybe she wants his baby, but because now there's gonna be another person that can potentially sway Hakeem in another direction. So. I mean, just leave Laura. I like Laura, so again, I'm like, why you gotta be hating on Laura, Naomi Campbell?
I agree with that. Everything you said, I agree with, so I'm not gonna even touch that. I had a question though with the scene where the two other girls in the group walk out.
Bye.
Are they gone?
Yep, I hope so.
Oh, poor.
Well, we like that.
We interviewed one of them.
Yeah, she was nice.
We interviewed Yanni, but I will continue.
I agree, though.
I would stand my ground because, listen, you cannot have Diana Ross, you cannot have Patti LaBelle, you cannot have Beyonce and Coco all in one group. Yanni wants to be the lead. You either have to, no shade, you have to all be, I don't want to say mediocre, but you remember Left Eye T, like they were all on the same line. Like no one's talent was above each other.
Like in
Vogue, they all had their parts.
Mm-hmm.
But Yanni wants to be the star, and you cannot. So I'm sorry, Yanni, but you got to go.
Or if she wanted to be the star, I mean, I guess they haven't been out long enough for her to even do this, but I'd say she could, after that first album, to make a break for it. Just like Zayn did. Zayn's all over the radio now from One Direction.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, his song Pillow Talk.
Yeah.
You know, I don't listen to those
Kennelia don't listen to the pop
stations.
stations.
But I do
I didn't
think
even know his name.
I do think that the young girls, the other two girls, I think that was a stupid move
For them to leave?
for them to leave, because you got to play your cards right. Wait, get famous first. Get famous first. Deal with the BS. Then you break off once you have enough following.
I'll agree with that. I will say, though, for the storyline, the purpose of the show, I liked it because it was nice to see Laura stand on her own. And when she did the song by herself, it really sounded pretty amazing. But I think the next part will just be her continuing to own her confidence. And maybe it's going to be one of those things where, because you made a comment when we were watching it saying about her style and how it's kind of like.
They make her look very regular.
And I think that that's partially because they're trying to play up like she's a virgin, she's young, she's naive.
She was.
And exactly, now that she's lost her virginity, she may come back looking like a woman.
Like 2016.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
You think that meme that has prom dressings from like 2007 to like now?
A whole lot different. I hated the fact that she didn't keep her legs closed.
I mean,
It was bound to happen. I mean,
she's a smooth talker.
he's smooth talker, and you 19
He wasn't
years
that
old.
smooth though. I mean,
To her,
But look, it's Hakeem Lyon.
because wasn't nobody checking for her.
It's Hakeem Lyon. Who was popping back then? When
He
I was
called-
19,
yeah.
if Usher or like, who was the dude? Who was the deal back then? Anybody. If they came and was like really trying to mac me up. Remember Kobe first got in the league? When Kobe macked up Vanessa, girl, she would have been a fool to not give Kobe the draws. Just give like it's Hakeem
And she held out
Lyon.
for a long time. And I think that little banter they
called her a
had.
bitch and
I
he was
know, but in the
drinking.
studio
He
that was
did.
foreplay though. I'm telling y'all know I be talking about this foreplay.
He was fake drunk though.
He was drunk, but they
That was
saw
But she
each
did-
other. She
but
was
she
like, okay,
did-
I see you.
but she
I
did call
see
my
you.
bitch back though.
She called him bitch back, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking
Oh my
about. They
gosh.
didn't show this. They got into the bedroom first. It started off making love, and then they got into, come on, bitch.
Emile, don't know. But I
That's what
for
happened.
one, would
Wait,
not like to be
that's what
called a
happened?
bitch in the bed.
No, I'm saying they didn't show that.
Emile, that's his.
That's the extended
That's his
scene after they
extended
started
scene.
making love or whatever you want to call it.
There were some people on Twitter that
Should
was
not.
there were some people on Twitter that was going in saying, well, was she really a virgin? Because it was like one minute it was like, we shouldn't do this, and then about 3 seconds, boom, it's already in, and it's it's
She didn't say we shouldn't do this.
No, he said we
said
should.
he
that.
said, but by the time she gave the okay and he put it in, it was like quick, and then all of a sudden she
They
was.
can't show actual. It's Fox.
I'm just saying it was
It's
quick.
Fox.
I'm just saying it was
They
quick.
cannot show how long it takes and how difficult it is for you to penetrate
What they want to be like,
a
oh, wait,
virgin.
Yeah.
wait,
Right, like,
oh,
no.
oh, wait.
No. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, now
Like, stop.
Wait, like they can't. It's Fox.
10 minutes later. Okay, we good.
Oh wait! You can't do that.
Wait! I'm gonna start doing that randomly on the street now. Wait! I can't. I can't.
Hakeem is now the CEO.
Oh god.
Y'all so stupid.
So there's Cookie's 2-day plan, while Lucious goes with a plan B in case Cookie's plan does not fall through. So Cookie is getting the A&R, and so she's bringing the Lion Dynasty under Empire. Do you guys think that all worked out too fast and too quick and too smooth?
Well, if Lucious involved, somebody's getting burned. So they have fun with that, because now Lion Dynasty. Say goodbye to Lion Dynasty. I just don't. Once they brought Lucious in, and once she brought him into that studio space, I was like, well,
Yeah, it's a wrap.
yeah, it's over for that. It was fun for half a season that you had your company, but nope.
I just feel like I love that Cookie loves hard, and that family is family to her, like family is everything. But I agree with Kennelia, like it just seems as if she let him in too fast. Like she went from comforting him, and then it's almost as if it's like she just forgot all the bad things that Lucious does. She forgot all the negativity he's going to bring to the company. Like it's almost as if she went back to, I don't want to say childish ways, but to her younger days. Because just think about before she went to jail, 17 years in jail, like she thinks back to the old Cookie and Lucious and how they were working together, and like he's my ride or die. And I think she just forgot about all the recent transgressions. I don't know. She just.
Because for me, when she was trying to get their company back, I I would say to him, yeah, I'm gonna get this company back. This is our company, but the deals I will be making is to get it back to be my company.
Exactly.
I wouldn't loop him in. I would give him surface info like I'm looping him in, but on the back end, all of my deals and all of my workings would be, so this is Cookie Lyon's empire.
But Lyon's dynasty is Cookie's. It's under the Empire umbrella, and she's now the A&R of everybody. A&R over Lyon's dynasty and Empire.
True.
So technically speaking, Lucious has no power.
For now.
Right, today.
He'll figure something out. Look what we did to all those partners.
But even, very true, but I can see why Cookie chose to do what she did by getting inside, because I mean, I can go both ways.
Well, no,
but
she's smart. Yeah. It's just a very thin line that she's walking on right now.
Should she worry about Camilla?
Yeah, I think so. She says she's gonna handle it, but
I think
you don't underestimate Camilla. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I
Is
think
she-
Lucious is she can worry about it, but I think Lucious is the biggest threat. Like, like to me, her focus, Camilla, she's trying to get her out, but Cookie's only trying to get Camilla out because, well, she did take the company and she was with old girl, but she ain't the problem.
Yeah.
Lucious is going to be the problem because Cookie's gonna do all this dirty work, piss all these people off, and then here comes Lucious, something on the back end, and boop, company gone again.
I'm 50-50 about Camilla. There's a part of me who feels like she don't know what the hell she doing, like as if she is not equipped to even be a part of this. She's doing it mainly to spite Lucious.
Yeah.
So I really wonder what her credentials are.
What will be I'll say it for predictions. Go ahead.
Yeah, what her credentials are. But then also, she is married to Mimi, and so will Mimi come into the picture? So.
Which that's another thing. How you gonna tell Hakeem he can't be with Laura, but you got little Mimi on the side and you married to her?
Married.
Controlling, and because he's young and dumb, he doesn't know how to be like, bitch, are you crazy? If you got a woman, I'm gonna have a woman.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, we'll talk.
Okay. Now Lucious, his plan B. Typical Lucious. So he goes and makes threats to all of the board members, and they take out the potential CEO, and then there's this whole thing between the two of them at the very end. Did you guys? Oh, hold on. There's another thing. Thirsty and Andre. I love the little dab that Thirsty threw at Andre. Did you peep what he said?
Which part?
When they were trying to get the charter, and Andre was like, "No, we'll get a good night's sleep, and just the nice safe guy."
Oh, when he hit him with excuses.
Yeah, and he said excuses are the tools of incompetent.
He must have Thirsty pledged. Okay. No line forms. Thirsty. Maybe Thirsty pushed old girl down the stairs.
I
was thinking that too, but he don't. His style be like.
That's true. He would have had on some purple gators or something.
Exactly. That guy who thinks he be stepping in church. I used to be the same way that I had my Steve Harvey suits from K&G.
Oh my God, you had the long suits and
Back in the day.
as
15
tall and skinny
buttons.
as you are.
I got some pictures, and I was skinnier back then, way skinnier. Lord have mercy. Easter Sunday, my mom used to have those.
What color?
So I never had outrage. I had like a light brown one. I had a dark brown one. I had a lot of brown. And this is a side note. I used to wear a lot of brown, walking around looking like doo-doo. Brown used to be my favorite color. If you go back to AfterBuzz at the beginning, I used to love brown. I thought I was stepping out.
You look cute for the year that you were in.
Wait, did you used to try and play church with the Bible too? Did you carry a Bible in your hand and be playing church?
Oh no, we didn't do that.
Okay.
At home?
No, I had enough church growing up.
Well, you know how sometimes the little young ones they
they be wanting to
have
preach like
they have the
daddy.
suits and they walk with the Bibles because okay. Anyway, I feel something's gonna happen between Thirsty and Andre.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so too.
But again, it will. But as long as Lucious likes him, it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Andre is always going to be second fiddle. Even if Thirsty's not around, Andre is officially the stepchild. You would think that Andre was adopted.
Yeah.
Or Cookie had him with another man. Like, you would think that that was the case.
Yeah.
Because of the way he treats them. So, having a showdown with Thirsty, it don't matter.
Okay. What do
To me, I don't
what do you guys think about the showdown between Lucious and Hakeem? Do you think Hakeem should have shot his daddy?
I think he's setting him up because Lucious had gloves on and Hakeem did not have gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be one of those situations like Scandal when Olivia shot Papa Pope and the gun was empty. Yeah, you can't believe.
He was like, oh!
So I thought it was going to be like that. And I was waiting for it. So I'm glad it didn't go that route. But I mean, Lucious made a threat saying, if he doesn't shoot him there, he's gonna end his life or whatever he said.
Basically, he's gonna kill him.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes. But I agree with Kennelia what she said earlier though. Like regardless of all these players that are in Thirsty, Camilla, all these different people who are ancillary characters who are potential problems, Lucious is still the root of it all. Mm-hmm. Like he's still the ultimate threat. So no matter what anybody does, Lucious is always going to be the problem. So unless they plan on killing him or getting rid of him somehow, like
I think Hakeem was stupid to even show up in that particular location without a camera, with a cell phone, just anything, because although he's your dad, like you know who your dad is, and you just said the reason why you decided to take the Empire because of the things that he's did. So you're gonna show up. Like as soon as I saw the location to where I was at, I hear train tracks. I see the train. I see nothing but dead space. I would have texted one of y'all and I'd be like, listen.
Well, in this thing, I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, but I don't agree with you just because in this particular moment, I think he was actually trying to show his maturity by saying, okay, you want to bring me here and talk to me like a man. I'll come as a man too. Come alone and step to you face to face. Not going to bring anybody with me. And yes, he was in danger, obviously, because it's Lucious. But there is a part of me that thinks that by him showing up alone and putting the gun in his hand and then throwing it down, saying, I'm not going to do what you want, all of that in Lucious' twisted mind, it's like, damn, I respect him for that. You know what I mean? You know how twisted Lucious is.
Lucious is twisted.
So, like, certain things like that, he'll look and be like, oh, damn, I'm kind of proud. That's my son. But then, of course, he's going to do something to sabotage him. But in that particular moment, I'm glad that he didn't show up with other people and try to act all hard and do whatever. I think just by him showing up alone, facing them face to face and doing it like he did it, I just really think that was a good move on his part.
I think he should have had security at least. He got kidnapped 2 weeks ago.
And that's the thing. He probably,
Where are your goons? Like, you don't have nobody out here?
He ain't got no goons. He be jumping around on
He
tables.
was sitting on lower steps with nobody around. I'm like, yo, you just sitting on the steps? And what's the Latino section of Harlem?
Oh my God.
He up there just hanging out with nobody. Hey, come on, Hakeem.
That's true, because he's like a huge celebrity now.
Right, he was Hakeem Lyon.
You can't just be walking through the streets like that. That's like a Soldier Boy.
Just sitting on the stoop. Like,
wouldn't nobody bother.
Soldier Boy can go anywhere.
Right.
I'm on Love and Hip Hop, though. Sorry, continue.
They're like...
both ways. I can go both ways about that. But of course he wasn't going to shoot him, and if he was going to shoot him, Lucious is so smart that he was prepared for either way Hakeem was going to respond, whether if he was going to shoot or if he was going to or not shoot. The gun probably would not have bullets. So whatever it was, I believe it was a test. Mm. Speaking of a test, the last topic I want to go over is this Jamal and Madison situation. Do you guys think Madison has a valid point in saying that Jamal is not a right fit for the campaign, being that he's now involved with Sky? Politicians would say that being gay is a choice now if they see you involved with the woman. Do you think he has a valid point with his reason for why he chose to remove himself from a Jamal, or do you think he is maybe just maybe faulty because he's trying to have him and he can't get him?
I took it as on the business end, if he wants to make Jamal like some type of spokesperson, I can see his stance in that regard. But he's very invested in Jamal's sexuality. Like that's, I'm like, why are you so involved in Jamal's?
He's trying to hit it.
But still, like, dude, get out of my bed.
For me,
get out of my bed. I like that.
So So I was on the fence with this because when he first started messing around with Sky last season, the reason why Jamal's character...
It ain't last season.
Sorry, it was so long. It feels like last season. But when they got together initially, or when the show first started, I think the reason why the show is so successful, and the reason why people were so gravitated towards Jamal's character is it was nice to see not only an openly gay character on TV, but like to see like how he dealt with his openness with his family, and then dealt with it like coming out publicly and doing all these things. So first of all, the first step is he came out publicly as gay, and I was about to make a joke, but it's not funny. He came out publicly as gay, and when he came out publicly as gay, in the way he came out and based on who his father is, it just was a strong statement. So when he got talked to by Madison, I kind of agree with Madison on the stance that, he had the possible opportunity to make a difference. Like, regardless of, like, and I agree with you, like, business-wise, spokesperson, yes, it's kind of complicated if you are now messing around with him. I get that. But even beyond that, he really had the power to not only be a spokesperson for this, but like to really make a difference in the community. And like Madison said, like there's countries where you're executed for being gay, and so to have somebody from United States who's blowing up and who can show like I'm still like everybody else, and he can really make a difference. When Jamal started talking about how sexuality is fluid, I get that too, though, what he was saying, and I don't necessarily think with Madison, I didn't get the vibe that he's trying to necessarily hook up with him or sleep with him. I just think it's a matter of you don't have many artists who open up and unapologetically just be who they are. Gay artists, at least. You don't have a lot of those who can, how do I say it? You don't have a lot of artists who can cross over into the mainstream pop world and where people will listen to them and it's not like, oh, they're gay. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and we have some artists like that, and that's like Sam Smith. You don't look at him and you're like, oh, he's gay, I'm not gonna listen to his stuff. Like Sam Smith, people love Sam Smith, and they don't think about that. So I think when you have an artist like Jamal who people can listen to his music, they can appreciate who he is, and then he has a voice outside it. Just think about real life. When Jesse speaks on Black Lives Matter, he goes to Flint, Michigan, or he goes to all these different places, he's a voice for the community, and people love that about him. It's just with this particular topic, because it is something dealing with sexuality, I think it just was complicated for Madison. But by him doing that song Freedom and the lyrics and how he did it, I think that was a smart play. And I actually liked the song a lot.
Well, this is my question, though. What if Jamal, what if his character doesn't want to be this type of spokesperson? Because a lot of times we have role models put onto superstars
who don't want to do it. They're down for the cause, but you know how you'll hear like a
Rihanna or anybody say something like, I'm not doing it. Like, I understand I am a role model, but I'm just being me, and I don't want to be the face of a certain movement. Yes, I'm down to support the movement, but I don't want to be the face. I kind of felt like Madison was putting that on Jamal. Like, you are the face, and you can't do this because you are this. And Jamal's like, but dude,
I get that, but I do believe that there was some kind of agreement made when he originally started to do the campaign. But then I also disagree with you in a sense, Emile, because he told Cookie, I'm still gay. I'm having a little tit-to-tat with Sky. I want to do both. That's what he wants to do. And so if that's what listen, today people do all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so if he was to still do this campaign and say, I'm still gay, but yes, I'm having a fling or whatever, but I'm still who I am, I think that in 2016, almost 17, people will say, okay.
People are very simple. I think we don't remember how slow some people are, though. Because you got a lot of people who can't even accept being gay. Half of this country still can't accept when people are gay. So then you're asking the people who are just maybe trying to get over the hump where they're coming to terms with it. Oh no, but he still sleeps with women, but he's still gay. Some people can't understand.
I meant his audience, but I guess when you think about the campaign, it's a much bigger.
It's like a thing. It's like a huge effort.
I agree completely with Kennelia because she brings a good point. It is problematic because then there's so many people, like you said, who just can't wrap their brain around it. And so the people who were starting to wrap their brain around it, when you have anybody who comes in there and now they're sleeping with women again or messing around with women again, then they say, oh, there's a chance. Then it goes back to, oh, there's a chance he can be straight. Yeah. And then we have that whole conversation. It's a lost cause. Then you can't be the spokesperson.
And then another thing that you said, where Emile, you said that you don't feel like Jameson is trying to have him. I think he's totally trying to have this boy, and I'll explain why. Lucious mentioned the parties. In this industry, as Cookie mentioned, when you are dealing with Ward, you deal with politics. So there's always these kind of private parties at homes and so forth. And the talk has always been that a lot of times in order to get ahead, you have to sleep your way to the top. And so the fact that Lucious said earlier in 2015 during season 2 that, oh, I done been there, done that. I already know what that's all about. And the way he's come at him and the way he's prying all into this boy's sexual business, he has a motive, and I think he's trying to have him. That's just what I think. But you guys can let us know what you all think. Make sure that you guys follow us on iTunes and YouTube and leave a comment, subscribe, and rate. And do we have any news and gossip?
No.
Okay.
No. They premiered to, what was it, like 12 something million viewers last night. So they said it was a strong premiere.
Yeah, it's a strong. And then also they were trending #1 on Twitter with 424K tweets during the run of the episode. And so if there's nothing else, let's go into Kennelia's cold piece of the week. DJ, drop it.
Cold piece of the week for this episode of Fox's Empire. I'm not sure which episode it is, but we do know that it's season 2. Goes to Hakeem Lyon's Pee Wee Herman suit. Yes, it fit right. The cut was right. Bamm wants the suit. Not sure where you can get it from. I'm sure, though, if you check the credits for Big Top Pee Wee, you can probably find out who the costume designer was and track down a similar suit. However, he had the little collar and the little pins and the little shoes, and then he had the jacket. He looked like Pee Wee Herman when he used to stand on top of the table of the bar and he would do the Pee Wee Herman dance with the platform shoes and kick his feet up and do like this. So for that reason, I'm giving you Hakeem Lyon cold piece of the week, Pee Wee. Let us know who you think cold piece of the week should be. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook using hashtag cold piece.
All right, and now let's go into predictions.
And now, your Afterbuzz TV predictions.
All right, who's first? By the way, you are so cute today with your mustard. And she's wearing a dress, so she's real cute.
I can't. Snatched.
I was starting to feel a little too homely out here in the streets because I was looking at some old pictures of old Kennelia, and I be in my feelings. Anyway, I kind of think that the pastor pushed Rhonda. One, it was either the pastor, it was either Andre, excuse me, or it was one other person that maybe it was Cookie's ex-boyfriend. What was the dude with the tattoo on his back?
Oh, Adam.
Because maybe Lucious, when Lucious got rid of him, maybe Lucious told him that you got to do one last thing for me, push this bitch down the steps, and he did it, and blah, blah, blah.
That's really good.
I don't know who pushed Rhonda down the stairs. I secretly want it to be Raven coming back.
Simone?
Mm-hmm. Pushed her down the stairs, and then she'd be like, Lola's taking over Empire. I don't know, but I need to find out. Like, this can't be something for my sanity. It can't be something that's dragged over for weeks. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna be dragged over, but this cannot be like a season finale moment where we finally find out who did. Like, I can't wait that long.
Well, guess what?
What?
We're gonna find out whose shoe it is, I believe, toward the seasonality, but either the episode before the finale or the finale.
Listen, Hakeem was kidnapped for 1 week. They could get to the point
exactly.
Of this.
Other predictions, like Kennelia said, Lucious, that's not a good look. Combining him with Lion's Dynasty, not a prediction, but I just want Boo Kitty to get involved again, besides just like lurking on the outside and talking to Run. Like, I love her as an actress and a character, so I just really want to see more of her. And this is just something I forgot to say. It was funny as hell when Andre was crying on the floor in the hospital, and then the Cookie was like, "You need to get up. They're gonna commit you."
Yeah. I didn't see why they wouldn't just let him in anyway, because it's emotional. You're gonna cry anyway. So
Yeah.
I felt they should have let him in. Well, I'm not sure if Boo Boo Kitty is going to come back into the mix because I heard that Rhonda is gonna come and work for Empire.
What?
You know what?
What are her qualifications? What does
Right.
she do?
I don't know, but
I remember she used to do stuff
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
we
she
saw
did.
her
Yeah, yeah,
working?
yeah, she
Oh,
did,
that's
she
true.
did,
She's a
she
career
did.
woman.
And
I
then,
forgot, yeah.
did you see their magazine she was reading in hospital? It said "Oh Sheet" and it was like a rapper. So she's clearly into hip hop music.
yeah.
So I'm just curious how that's gonna work out. I don't know who killed. I don't know who pushed Rhonda down the stairs. But it better not be no BS. It better be somebody where it's like, I don't want it to be Boo Boo Kitty. I don't want it to be Andre. I don't even want it to be the past.
Oh, what if it's
What?
Jennifer Hudson?
Yeah,
I thought about
they
that
thought about her
too.
too. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I thought about it.
But it needs to be someone like, because I feel like we need one of those all moments like we used to have during season 1. So like I need a.
What if it's Becky?
Yo. Never mind.
No, I can't stop. Shut up. Shut up. I can't. I don't mean to tell you shut up, but just don't do. No. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Let everyone know where you guys can be found on social media.
Hey, yo, you can find me at Emile Ennis Jr. on all social media, but also on Snapchat at Emile Ennis Jr. 31. Once again, at Emile Ennis Jr. at Emile Ennis Jr. 31 on Snapchat. And if you want to hear us talk about current topics, trending topics, all the latest topics from the week, like Kehlani and Party Next Door and Kyrie Irving, or Wiki Azalea, all those people, we talk about it on Happy Hour. Go to iTunes, listen to, or search for Happy Hour Shot of Conversation, and yeah, give it a listen.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Kennelia. Also, you can catch me at the Comedy Union on April 6th.
Hey.
You can catch me at Flappers Comedy Club on April 8th.
Hey.
You can catch me on Flappers again on April 23rd.
Hey.
And you can catch me at, 22nd. And then you can catch me at Ice House on the 23rd.
Hey.
We out here.
World Tour, I love it. And you can find me on all social media at Bamm Ericsen. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV for Empire Season 2, Episode 11. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.